I got a special live. We are talking about what it actually takes to get out of back pain. So now, if you've been struggling for a long time and you're wondering, how do I start to build some momentum? Right. This is about building momentum in the right direction, positive momentum, something that you feel confident about actually improving your situation rather than it just staying the same. And a lot of times we get stuck. We feel like we can't move forward, and as a result of that, things just get depressing. Let's be honest, right? You feel a little bit better, and then after what happens after a week, you get worse, and you're wondering what the heck is going on. So I want to provide a little bit of clarity, so that if you're struggling with that situation where you feel like you're stuck in the mud, you feel like you're not able to push through and like get the results of pain free that you're looking for to get that pain free life. um, and you can't build momentum. I think this is just really about building positive momentum. So I want to give you some guidelines, and I want to give you some support, and I want to kind of give you an idea of what you can be looking for, as well as I want to actually share some resources with you so that you can actually start healing. Right? This is about healing your pain, healing your body, and moving on from this ultimately. Okay. So what you're looking at up here is phase one of the body rebuild system. Now, the reason why I want to share this with you is because these are the types of things that you should be doing and the types of capacities you should be building to actually get out of pain, right? So I'm going to zoom in here and take a closer look. So phase one of your situation should be focused on building awareness and stability. Now, what does that mean, and what are you building awareness around? Well, you're building awareness around the fact that you should be understanding what your pain triggers are. Okay. And when you understand that, you're able to actually start to avoid the pain triggers, and you actually start to build momentum. Okay. So the movement assessment or some form of movement assessment around pain is super important. Okay. Now, everything that I talk about today, I have as a free protocol. So right now, if you're watching this and you're like, "Oh, I'd love to get any of these free protocols," please, I just want you right now to send me a DM. You can leave and come back. Send me a DM, type in pain free, okay, in the DM, and I will send you all of this, okay? Yeah, so Coach Waters, I hear you, man. I hear you. So let's talk about what it would actually look like to solve the problem. Okay, so like I said here, movement assessment is super important, and this can just be of your pain triggers, like what's causing pain. Okay. Next big thing is understanding spine hygiene. Like, what the heck is that? So, spine hygiene, which we'll go over in a second here, is essentially just understanding like how to actually move without causing more pain. Right. That's essentially what you want. Right. And then after that, the lifestyle audit is getting clear on the types of things that are causing your pain, and so that you can continue to you can start to avoid them, I guess, is the best way to look at it. Okay. And the whole point of this phase of your healing journey is to lay the foundation for pain-free training by understanding your body, stabilizing movement, and building a strong mind-body connection. Mind-body connection. Why do I say mind-body connection? Well, mind-body connection is centered around the idea that you have to listen to your body to listen to what it's telling you. Like, what is your body actually saying? And if you can listen, then you're going to be able to understand, right? And that's super important. Okay. So that's really what the mind body connection is all about, is listening to understand. Okay. All right. So let's jump into it. Spine hygiene practices. Well, what is spine hygiene? Okay. Well, let's zoom in here. So spine hygiene, protect your spine every day, right? This is about everyday situations that you're able to improve your spine through everyday situations. So it's really about protecting your spine through posture, awareness, mind body connection, ergonomic adjustments, daily habits, just incorporating small actionable techniques that are designed to keep you moving in a way that doesn't actually hurt you. Okay, so that's super important. You need to be able to identify and modify pain triggers. Okay. So you have to identify them and then modify. What does that mean? Right. Well, if certain things are causing pain, Dr. Stuart McGill often he's famous for using the term picking the scab. So picking the scab is the idea that you have a scab on your hand with some cut, and you just pick it and pick it and pick it, and it never gets better because you're always picking it. And that's essentially what we want to avoid doing here is we want to avoid picking the scab. Okay, that's what these pain triggers are. Okay. Next is starting to experiment and understand what are spine friendly habits. Like, what are they for you? Right? They're going to be different. But if you listen to your body and you stop picking the scab, you're going to see that things are going to start to improve. And when they start to improve, you're going to be happy. And then you're going to be able to do more, which is ultimately the goal in all this, right? Like, you want to be able to do more, but you want to be able to do more without causing pain, right? And so that's the key with this is identifying these movement habits that you can do. Okay. So again, like I said, if you're watching this, I actually just dropped a video. Like, go and look at my profile right now. One spine friendly habit is knowing how to hinge properly. Hinging is like most people confuse it, like you're bending forward, but I teach you a way to do that without picking the scab. Okay. So if you look at my profile, you'll see. Okay. It's a it's a hinging 101. Okay. And again, like I said, this is all cyclical, right? So you want to be able to do something here, and then you want to do something else, right? So, very briefly, mind body connection. This is being aware that when your body has pain, okay, what is pain? Pain is a message from your body. It's your body telling you that something is not right, right? It's saying, hey, something's not right here, right? Something's wrong. This is super important. Okay. You really got to be able to understand that. If you understand that, then you'll listen, right? And pain is not something to be quieted or ignored or pushed through. That's just not the way it works, unless you're like an athlete and you got to like perform in some respect. But even then, like, there's limits to that, right? So the mind body connection is very simple. It's just the idea that you're building awareness of pain triggers, and then you're acknowledging them, and you're aware of the position of your body, right? You're listening to how your body is actually responding to movement. You're not just being like, hey, whatever, I'm just doing this movement. And then you realize, like, after 5 minutes, like, oh, this has been hurting me. You want to realize that right at the start. If you can figure that out from the jump, then you're going to spend less time picking the scab, and that's the key here, right? And then after you can track pain patterns, okay, you track pain patterns, you're going to have a really good idea of exactly what's causing your pain, right? Okay, like, you're aware of it, you track the patterns, and then one thing you can do as well is just observe without judgment. It's not necessarily that you're like, oh no, this is horrible, but you just adjust your body. So you want to stay calm. You don't want to overreact, but you don't want to spend too much time in that pain situation. Okay, this is really, really important. This is essentially what I said here. And this the little phrase here, I said it in many roundabout ways, but again, your body is talking to you at all times, and it's up to it's your job to listen, right? We often want to like quiet things that we say are negative and amplify things that are like positive, but at the end of the day, like the pain is a positive. Like, pain is your best friend because it's telling you like something's not right, something's wrong. So identifying those patterns and habits are going to allow you to address them, and they're going to allow you to obviously have less pain. Okay. As I mentioned before, if you want any of these protocols, just message me. The back defender. So the back defender is just my staple program. It's key movements that I deem as important, and you can progress these to any level. Okay. And now the whole point of the back defender isn't just to do the movements. That's the thing that a lot of people get wrong. It's like, oh, I'm doing everyone's heard of the bird dog. I've been doing the bird dog the whole time. Do you know how many people I talk to every time, clients that that start working with me, and I say, okay, let's see you do the bird dog, and they're doing it completely wrong. When you're doing the bird dog and you have back pain, like lower back pain, okay, and you have lumbar issues, disc issues, you need stability in your lower lumbar area. You do not need mobility. Meaning, most people, they put their leg up as high as they can and they put their arm up as high as they can. They have a huge arch in their back, or this arch like that, right? Well, that's like yoga, cool. There's nothing wrong with the movement except for the fact that it hurts you, right? And so The lower back is meant to stabilize first and foremost and then move. But if it's a pain trigger for you, you just have to stop doing it. So you got to teach your body, listen to your body, and you have to understand that these things aren't always good, right? So training without pain is so important, right? You got to find pain-free training. The back defender allows you to regress and progress in a pain-free manner. Okay, you want to build a connection in your core and just progressing by listening to your body, not pushing through pain, right? You're not pushing through being like, "Oh, I'm able to do it. I can do the work. So I must be doing it right." No, that's not how it works. When your body's in chronic pain, if you're just pushing through pain, you're picking the scab and you're making it worse. So although you're strong enough to do it, right? Strength is not the reason why you're in pain. So if you're pushing through and you're not listening to the pain, then you're just causing more pain and you're picking the scab, and hence why you're stuck in a chronic pain cycle. Okay. This is really, really important stuff. Okay. All right. Next thing here is the MFR protocol. Again, if you want this protocol, shoot me a DM, pain free. If you want the back defender, if you want the MFR, just shoot me a message, pain free, and I will send it to you. I will send you all of this. This is all free resources of mine. Okay. And the whole point of the MFR is to relieve tension and improve mobility. There's some muscles, they get knotted up, they get tight, there's tension in there. So we want to get blood flow, and you're able to identify through this some tension points, and you can integrate this into your daily routine. Now the cool thing about I love about MFR is that I think the biggest thing besides like giving some stimulus to the area that are really tight is that you get to connect with your body through the process, right? And that's the key. You connect with your body and you build a mind body connection actually through this, because you get to identify areas that are tight and you're like, "Oh, I didn't even know that area was tight," or "Finally, I feel some relief." It's all about that holistic approach in tackling this, okay? Again, glute core connection. This is a series that I teach, and this is really centered around an idea of developing a connection between your glutes and your core, so that when you go into positions like a hinge position, your glute activates, but your core braces, and we can train the body to have that happen automatically, like together. And so this is a series where we're able to do that. Again, it's a free resource. Have it. I will give it to you. If you're listening right now, just go DM me pain free and I'll send this to you as well. Okay, so that is phase one, awareness and stability. And I wanted to obviously present this so that you have an idea of what you should be focusing on, what types of things you should be looking to do. Building a spine hygiene practice, super important, right? Like this is key. You want to be able to get that mind body connection, super important, right? You want to have a program or a workout program that provides you relief, really important. And then after that, you also want to be able to use your glutes and core together. Okay. Now, I want to show you this as well, real quick. If you're watching this, this is my pathway of the body rebuild system, and this is movement mastery foundations. And so, like I told you before, we want to build awareness, right? Build awareness. We want to understand, right, through action, right? And then after that, we want to and understand, and we want to build a foundation. We want to progress, and we want to transform, right? So important, because if we look at level one here, awareness and stability, that's the level I walked you through. And so, what is the key outcome of awareness and stability? The foundations. Well, key outcomes here. We want to build the foundation for pain-free training by understanding pain triggers, right? We want to be able to establish a level of stabilization in our pain and in our body. And we want to create or develop or enhance that mind-body connection. Okay. So that's all I got today. Like I said, if you're watching, I want you to send me a DM. I will send you all of these protocols. They're absolutely free. My way to give back and get you on that healing journey. Okay. And again, if you're also watching this and you're like, "Oh man, like I would love to talk more with Darcy. I would love to, ask him some questions." Shoot me a message and we can talk about setting up a little discovery call. And maybe I can help you out a little bit more. Okay. So if you're watching, send me pain free. I will send you these resources. And yeah, let's start that healing journey. Again, at the end of the day, it's all about the knowledge on the steps that you take, and every little bit matters. Okay, so don't Don't think that like this little bit of knowledge doesn't matter, this little bit of knowledge. It's a journey, it's a path. And if you're walking it, you will get to your destination. And I'm hoping that these types of tools are there to assist you in that journey. Okay. So that is all I have for today. And I will see you